Hello everyone, this is Ayin. In the last video, I talked about faction and race background in Blade & Soul. In this video, I'm gonna talk about class and combat details. Recently, Blade & Soul had their closed beta event in Korea, which ended in September this year. Most of the information here is gathered from the event, forum discussions, and information released prior to the event. The North American and European version will not be released until about 2012 or early 2013. There are 8 playable classes. The BladeMaster is a warrior class, but instead of face tanking like destroyers, they avoid damage by evading or parrying enemy attacks. BladeMasters use a mechanic called Sword Chi to call forth their abilities and combos. They use the Sword Chi to block or evade melee attacks, or they can also go on the offensive and thrust their opponents with great force. A point is added to the BladeMaster's Sword Chi bar every time a basic combo or move is used. The larger, more complicated moves will require a certain amount of Sword Chi points to perform and will consume the Sword Chi points upon use. BladeMasters don't always rely on close combat to bring their enemies down. They can use a flying sword technique that will harm their enemies from afar. Next is the Kungfu Master. Kungfu Masters utilize their own fists and feet to defeat their enemies. They have quick reflexes and most of their attacks are delivered in combos for fast and very effective melee ranged blows. Kungfu Masters have a defensive stance for more survivability. While using this defensive stance, they can still attack fairly quickly. Fighting Spirit is an essential energy resource for a Kungfu Master. A point is added to the Kungfu Master's Fighting Spirit bar every time a basic combo or move is used. Larger and more complicated moves will consume Fighting Spirit to deliver deadly combo attacks. Kungfu Masters have the most combos out of all the classes. If you want to play this class, face rolling the keyboard is definitely not an option. The third class is the Force Master. Force Masters use their inner chi, which is like mana, to deliver a variety of devastating blows to their enemies. They accomplish such casting using the chi bracelet that they wear around their wrist. They can shoot off many different forms of abilities, ranging from fire explosions to chi leeching techniques that deliver unavoidable attacks. Force Masters have crowd control abilities. They can apply movement impairing effects to multiple enemies, allowing them to take on more than one foe at a time. Also, their combos don't chain very high like the other classes in the game. And just like most wizards and magi classes of traditional RPGs, Force Masters are fairly simple to control. However, even though they can utilize powerful elemental attacks from a distance, their lack of defense and low health make up for it. So basically, Force Masters are squishies. Then comes the Destroyer. Destroyers are warriors. They are the classic short distance, slow and heavy hitting fighters. Almost all of their skills are offensive and contain splash damage. They wield powerful and gargantuan weapons in battle. Destroyers have great defense, which make dealing with melee attackers and multiple enemies at once much easier. They are currently the best AoE damaging class in the game. Destroyers use Rage to call forth their devastating abilities. When a destroyer lands a simple attack, he will gain Rage. They will need a certain amount of rage in order to call out the more devastating abilities. Once those abilities are used, they will consume the rage. Unlike the Force Master's inner chi, the rage bar starts at 0 and increases as you attack. The rage bar will slowly diminish back down to 0 if not in combat. What's cool about destroyers is that they enjoy taking advantage of their winning situations, like by grabbing enemy corpses and tossing them at other foes. The Assassin class makes up the 5th spot in the lineup of revealed Blade and Soul classes. As its name implies, the Assassins excel at deception and lethal combat. Their weapon of choice is the short sword or dagger, armed with a multitude of explosive and traps. Assassins have stealth abilities. It is unknown how long this state of stealth will last, if not permanent until cancelled manually or through the use of other spells. Assassins also know their way around bombs, utilizing flash bombs to sneak away quickly or destruction bombs to blow their enemies up. Assassins can also disorient their opponents. For example, in this clip, the assassin quickly vanishes. He then proceeds to surprise the enemy from behind by using what seems to be a cutthroat ability. Assassins have an AoE type ability where they rain numerous shuriken down on selected positions. Assassins also have skills that protect allies. The name of all mechanics are unofficial translations, and they may be named something completely different in the North American and European versions. The last 3 mysterious classes have not yet been revealed, but we kind of had an insight as to what they could be. One highly anticipated class is the Summoner, as shown in this 2009 trailer. Seeing that Blade and Soul have race-exclusive classes, Summoners might only be Lin. Also, there's a possibility that this class may be able to employ melee range pets. Another possible class is the Gunslinger, as shown here, where players are able to use pistols in combat. The last class may be the Magician. It is still unknown as to how this class differs from Force Masters. In summary, these are the known classes featured in Blade and Soul. The game is still in development and all are subject to change. I hope the information I've provided will be useful to those who are interested in the game. Please subscribe for more information on Blade and Soul. Thank you for watching.